For the past 7 years, everybody has wanted Jason to come into Dead by Daylight, and so far there's been a few glimmers of hope, especially with the recent lawsuit being finalized. However, we recently did an interview with Mathieu Cote, and it may not look so good for Jason. Kings and queens, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Hope you guys like the background. I went a little bit more Halloween themed this time. We did an interview with Mathieu Cote. Polyester and I have done the annual interview that we always do with Mathieu Cote to celebrate my birthday. Just for a little bit of backstory, you could skip if you don't care. The first time I ever met Mathieu Cote was at New York City Comic Con, and it was actually my birthday. I asked him if he could do an interview with me, and from that point to now, every single year we have done an interview together. Mathieu Cote has become a very good friend of mine, so it's always awesome just sitting and chatting with him, and this is probably one of the most juiciest interviews that you guys are going to see. There is so much good information. We spoke for about 2 hours. There's even some parts that I may need to cut out because it really touches the line of things that maybe shouldn't have been said, but we'll see how it all goes. Nonetheless, that interview is coming up tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. Tomorrow, as I mentioned, is my birthday on Twitch. As my birthday present from you guys, all I want you guys to do, if you have the time and if you can, come on over to Twitch. We're going to be doing an awesome bit-a-thon to celebrate my birthday. It's going to be a lot of fun. More information about the bit-a-thon itself will be on screen. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into everything. I won't stall anymore. Let's talk about Jason and what was said.
There are some in there that, like, the Jason, I mean, the game lost the license to the game, right? This one is a legal quagmire. Like, it's literally a tar pit. You don't want to put your finger in it because you're going to get sucked in. Even that, if we had a good way in, we'd probably take a shot because it's Jason, right? Jason. But so far there's been no opportunities. It's just too complicated, and every other week someone comes out of the woodwork saying no, it's actually my license, and then everything goes to hell again and everybody goes back to court, and it's just like a bit of a nightmare. So yeah, but there are others on the list that have similar answers to why they're not in the game yet.
Wow, I mean, that knocks out like 99% of our questions, Polly. No, Jason.
All right, well, we're done.
Okay.
See you later.
It's a wrap. See you next year.
That's really crazy to think about that, you know?
I mean, I'd like Jason. Like, I'd do stuff to get Jason in the game.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So far, no takers.
Wow. Yeah, we on the topic of Jason, you know, we were gonna ask about some things about it. We saw that they're coming out with potentially a new movie now, and I think there's a new game coming at some point. It's rumored, it's speculated. So I was like, this seems like a nice way for TPD to get in, essentially. But
no,
I guess 20 some years down the future, eventually.
Maybe.
We'll
Maybe when we reboot Naughty Bear and we just make.
I'm so excited for Naughty Bear. Yeah, make your own Jason.
Then it's all under the parody law, right? If it's comedy and it's for fun and it's for.
So as you guys just heard, Mathieu pretty much made it seem very clear that Jason probably won't be joining the Fog anytime soon. And there's other parts of this interview that we talk about how long chapters are in development, like how long in advance do they know, do they start working on things, and he said this takes 9 to 12 months. So with that being said, the way it's seeming and the way it's sounding, if he is on NDA, which we know he is, and he's talking about Jason, chances are we're not going to be seeing Jason for another year or so. Jason itself, the copyright stuff has, finished, and we're getting a new TV show coming out with this. We're getting a new game coming out with this, and tons of more stuff with Jason himself on Friday the 13th with G Fuel flavors, etc. So the brand is working with other companies. The way Mathieu Cote has said in this interview is that even if they have a little opportunity to work with him, they probably will still jump on it. We know that Jason has a standing invitation to join the Fog and the Hall of Fame of Killers, but it seems the way he's making it sound that Jason probably won't be coming anytime soon. In his words himself, he said that no opportunity has really presented itself and he would do things to get Jason to come into Dead by Daylight. So we know this is high on their radar and something that they've been eyeing for a very, very long time. So if he's openly talking about this, and he even mentioned at some part that he is free to talk about at least this segment of the interview, chances are we're not going to be seeing Jason whatsoever. Now, here is where things get a little bit interesting, though, and for those of you guys that really do want Jason, maybe we still could potentially see something. My crazy theory, I spoke to Polly about this as well, is that Jason might still join the Fog, and might be joining the Fog very, very, very soon. Recently, Dead by Daylight has sent out a few newsletters to people that have been subscribed to Behavior, essentially saying that on October the 13th, they're going to be showcasing the Haunted by Daylight event. They're going to be doing a live stream, and they're going to be showing some of the event stuff, which I will also be partaking in. So as you watch that stream on October 13th on Dead by Daylight, I'll be there. I'll be playing in the Halloween event itself. They also mentioned that not only that, but we've arranged for an epic surprise that will explore the world of Dead by Daylight like never before. Now that's quite interesting, especially the way that they've worded this. What's most interesting about this is that this is taking place on October the 13th, aka Friday the 13th. Now, if anything is to happen, it will be on Friday the 13th, and what are the chances that you get a Friday the 13th in October, which is, spooky month? So I feel like if any time for Dead by Daylight to reveal Jason coming into the game would be now, or any type of collaboration, it is the perfect time to do so. So why exactly would Mathieu Cote then tell us that he would do things to get Jason into the game, or, that Jason, no opportunity has presented itself? Long story short, Mathieu Cote, he likes to pull your leg a lot. I mean, if you look back at our interviews from last year, like the things he was talking about in there, even alluded to the fact that certain things weren't going to happen or things like that were definitely in development or testing, and they eventually made its way into the game. And this could be a case of that. Maybe he knows that Jason is right around the corner and he's just kind of trying to throw everybody off so we don't think that it's Jason, and then it's a bigger surprise. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's Mathieu Cote. If he is going to get in some trouble, it's probably not going to be crazy amounts of trouble. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just a wild theory that Jason still potentially could come. So my honest opinion and my final thoughts on all of this is that if we don't see Jason being announced on this October the 13th stream that Dead by Daylight is going to be doing, we're probably not going to be seeing Jason for a very, very long time, probably 2 years plus. And if they do end up announcing Jason coming into the Fog, it would make a lot of sense considering the next chapter is licensed. They said it was super iconic, and they also mentioned that it's going to be a solo chapter. We know that things are pretty complicated with Friday the 13th / Jason, so it would make a lot of sense that this killer would come in as an individual character rather than a bundled deal. Nonetheless, that's my wild and crazy theory. All in all, Mathieu Cote pretty much said that Jason isn't coming, and I think that's probably the stronger point. In all honesty, I don't think he would say that if something was brewing behind the scenes, but we'll have to wait and see. I hope you guys did enjoy this quick little video. Again, if you guys are free tomorrow, please come on out to our Twitch stream. It's going to be a lot of fun just chilling out with you guys and hanging out with you guys and talking to you guys on my birthday. It will mean the world to me. Nonetheless, that's going to do it for me. Stay tuned for the interview as well tomorrow, and then we'll have a second part of the interview that's going to be coming out on the following week, which will be our rapid fire, quick fire kind of questions where he says yes or no or pass. You guys know how it goes if you've seen the previous interviews. If not, stay tuned for a good treat. That's going to do it for me. As always, I'm the King. I tip my crown to you guys, and we'll see you in the Fog.